my Twitter bio before I finally shut that shit down was I got waterbed seats in my limousine because it was in a fucking sugar. Like, I was just like, that's the silliest thing for a man to brag about. I got waterbed seats in my limousine. You just saying stuff, man.
Here's where we differ. I do think
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I wrote it down. It was amazing, but not for the same reasons, apparently, that you are.
I would do it. If I had a limousine, I'd have that too. So I don't know.
You'd have waterbed seats.
And then I'd rap about it. So I don't really see the big deal.
Yeah, I would not. There it is. Welcome to My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we work to finally prove that Crank That by Soulja Boy was in fact funded by the Marvel Cinematic Universe to take eyes away from and discredit DC during the Superman movie rollout. My name is David Bory.
Whoa, I'm Langston Kerman, and I'm processing. I'm piecing.
That was a big.
Wait, so you're saying that Marvel spent money to make this Soulja Boy Crank That the Superman these hoes have a negative effect
because
on
they
DC.
knew overall they knew the dance was going to work. They knew people were not gonna think upon Superman kindly after that song.
Whoa. Right. Superman seems like a real piece of shit after that song
he's
comes
that
out.
hoeing.
Yeah, he's fucking slapping his sperm on a lady's back after a nice time.
I think maybe you misread what that dance was.
Oh, is that not? Did y'all not hear that conspiracy theory? This isn't a common knowledge conspiracy theory?
No, this is for sure conspiracy on conspiracy. What are you saying?
I'm saying that it was a relatively well-known conspiracy theory where I'm from, that the Soulja Boy dance had a double meaning in that you would come on a lady's back and then slap the sheets on that cum, thus making a cape that she is forced to walk around with.
She is Superman in this.
Yes, but a
you
begrudging
Superman that hoe.
You Superman that hoe.
I think that was less of a regional thing. I think it's more of an age thing. I think young men have a lot of conspiracies about coming on women's back and what's going to happen after that, as opposed to it's going to be anything other than you're going to get her a towel and say thank you. But you know what I mean? Dudes were always like, yeah.
You're saying my father listened to Soulja Boy differently than I.
Yes, because young guys are always like, yeah, and then you nut on her back and you do something crazy. And it's like, no, you want her to go to sleep. Like, what are you talking about?
And now you're grateful and you're just happy she's there.
Also, that's because that doesn't. Let's break this down for what we're saying scientifically. You finish, you slap the sheets on her back, and then she just walks around like that. She doesn't put clothes on, or like she's got to go back to work as well. This is just a lunch break. You're in your. You're both in your Toyota Tercel.
I think that's
she
her
works
prerogative.
At Auntie Anne's, you work at Foot Locker.
If she wants to put her Auntie Anne's uniform over that cape,
that's insane.
and walk.
What you're saying is,
walk into the office a little more powerful than when she left. That's her business.
Because she just. All right, maybe listen. 05 was nuts. Or 06,
I buy into your
was.
Theory.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a wild time. I think you're landing on something very legitimate in my mind.
The only thing bigger than our dreams was our T-shirts.
And put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
See if that sells. Our guest today, she has watched us waste at this point an innumerable amount of time. It's almost unbelievable that she has not left. She for some reason seems to be enjoying herself, and frankly, it baffles me. She's far better than whatever this has been. And yet here she is bullshitting with the likes of us. She's so funny, so talented. You know her best from her work on a Black Lady sketch show, which is appearing April 14th, I think, is season 3 or 4, excuse me. Brand new season coming out April 14th. She's so funny. I love her so much. Give it up for Skye Townsend.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, man. What an intro.
Hell yeah.
I tried to hit a drop for you. My mouse, it didn't work. I'm sorry.
How dare you? Don't miss the next drop, okay?
Don't you dare miss it.
Golly. You were supposed to hit it after season 4, and then it was...
City boy! City boy!
No, it's not good late. It's not good late. It's
wow.
No.
I'm disappointed. I'm out of here. This shit is done. This shit is over.
I'm sorry.
But imagine if it would have been where it was supposed to be. That would have been
I
pretty
know.
good.
I would have felt special. You need to tighten up, okay? Tighten up.
Who you
boy.
telling?
Man.
Were you reading my fucking journal?
Everything you watch this bullshit on, you're like, hey, at least get the drops right.
Man.
If you're gonna play City Boy, you gotta at least land that.
Man.
Next time.
It's okay. I believe in you. I feel really optimistic about this. I feel like the mouse is going to do what it needs to do the next time, and we're going to get it growing, you know?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm here for you.
We have to tighten up because we have a conspiracy theory that you came to us with that I'm excited about. I think it has a level of controversy to it, a little bit of a bite to it, I think one could say.
Yeah.
You said, my mama told me.
You can't cook if you have skinny arms.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
You know, honestly, this one is kind of triggering because I'm going to give you the backstory, okay? So, hold on. I'm about to just tell all my business, but that's fine because I haven't had shame in a long time. So, okay. So I was in a relationship, right?
I have enough for all of us.
Yeah.
I embarrass myself for a living. I'm like, whatever. So I was in a relationship for a really long time, 7 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided to embark on a journey of sexual liberation, right? That was about dating and getting to meet a bunch of people and blah, blah, blah. And so I had met a guy.
Go, like spring break or something?
Oh, no, I wish. No, I was on a journey. I was just like, I'm going to meet people at bars and walking down the street and I'm going to socialize. And, you know, it was great. It was a great time in my life. However, thank you so much. Yeah. So I met a guy from New York and we were dating.
Oh, no.
And I had made some soul food, right? I know. Chill out. Chill out. Hold on. So.
Oh no. There's only two ways this story goes. Either you used to have big old fat arms, or that food sucked.
No, please. I'm literally gonna pee on myself. Please relax. So, oh my god, I can't pee on myself on a podcast. This is so bad. Okay. So literally, I'm
me either.
So, mind you, I'm all in, you know, I'd never dated a guy from New York at this point. You know, he would always, you know, he would call me sweetheart and baby and honey and like all these things. And like, I just wanted
phone posits all over your house.
I wanted to give this man the world, okay? So I'm cooking and I'm like, you know, I'm making some soul food and I wanted to invite him over to have some. And, you know, he calls me and he's like, can you cook? And mind you, I'm from LA. So
like, man. So he got in your head before you even did the thing.
He got in my head, and like the thing is, I'm very aware.
That's a crazy way to respond to a dinner invitation, though. New York is nuts.
Yo,
you want to come over to dinner?
Can you cook?
You don't even have space. Just be excited to leave your house, man.
Right. Like, you don't have a car. What do you mean, can I cook? Like, what?
You live amongst rats and roaches.
Let's not get down on people who don't have cars. They could be really, they live in urban centers for a long time and then they don't feel the need to get one.
Maybe they have a complicated relationship with
Maybe they don't see well at night.
There's gonna be a plot twist in this. It's gonna be like your cousin or something. I know. You're gonna be like, I know this guy. So, he asked me if I could cook. And basically, I know I'm from LA, so I know when people think of cooks, they're not like, oh, a woman from LA is really going to feed you well. I know what I'm up against. You know what I mean? I'm not going to argue that. So I felt really optimistic about the meal until he was like, I just, I love everything about you, but like, I just feel like, I don't know, like if a girl, like she got skinny arms, I don't really think she could cook. Damn. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, I just feel like, I don't know, like I feel like Southern women or, whatever. And at this point, it's just the insecurities are building, right? I'm like, golly, do you even like kissing me? So I'm just having a...
I didn't even know dudes from New York kissed until you just said that.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was how they got down out there.
He thought they just swiped their Metro card across your face.
Oh my God! Oh, that is so triggering. Oh God. Oh my God, I'm not gonna survive this. So so that really kind of just created a complex in me. And of course, growing up, I heard like, you trust the chef if she's thick, you want her to have some hips and whatever. And like the women in my family are beautiful, but wow, we do not have body. We do not have hips. We do not. So he really just unlocked some shit at this point. Cause I'm like, you're really.
You guys are built like it's like a FloJo style family.
It's like straight up and down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe a little chi-chi, but like real straight up and down.
Like distance runners.
Yeah, swimmers.
Yeah. Okay.
Shoulders. Y'all got shoulders. Yeah. And that's what people gonna talk about is them shoulders.
I think it's progressive that you come from a family of black swimmers. I do not.
Oh my God. Yeah. So we are not thick, okay? We are not. When we gain weight, it's our faces and our bellies. It's never going to be no booty. It's never going to be like, oh, she put it on, like she got thick. It's just, there's not a single woman. So when he dug into that, I'm like, well, damn, like, then I start spiraling. Can anyone in my family really cook? And then there's another level.
Oh, no.
My mom. Oh, no. My mom doesn't cook. So then I'm like,
damn.
Oh, man.
Like in the daytime?
Like ever. Like if my mom's
cooking. Wait a minute. What a silly way of asking that question.
Yeah.
Well, some people don't. Well, because like people don't cook all day, but I mean after work and stuff.
No. Like it's like okay, I got a salad from Trader Joe's. I'm going to just dice up a banana. Like my mom will not. When she tries.
She put banana in salad?
Whoa, yeah, that's crazy.
Yo!
No. These are two separate meals. These are two separate meals.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You don't want her to cook if she's putting bananas in salad.
No.
Keep her out of the kitchen.
Oh, no.
That's how you make Agent Orange, I think. That's like one of those cursed combinations.
No.
Turns into chemical warfare.
So those are two separate meals. I have to establish that the banana is the post snack, and then it'll be like a Trader Joe's salad. Like there's just no effort in the kitchen from my mother. Never grew up coming home where I'm like, ooh, what's on the stove? Like that was never the vibe. Ever.
Can your father cook?
No.
Uncle? No, it's grandma though. Grandma on either side.
Okay, so I didn't spend a lot of time with my dad's side, and I think they could cook. I think they could. Okay. My grandma on my mom's side.
But you're not absorbing the lineage, right? You're not getting the cultural experience with them.
Right.
I'm going to ask you a question, and this is going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
But I have to know.
Yeah.
How many spices are in your cabinet right now?
Okay, Here's the thing. I'm not afraid of this question. I know you thought you was going to throw me off a little bit.
No. I want to work with you to figure this out.
No. Hear me out though. This is where I'm struggling with this, right? Because I do believe after studying how to cook, I'm like, okay, through trial and error, I feel like maybe I have broken this conspiracy theory.
You broke the generational curse.
I broke the curse because of maybe like 50 spices in my cabinet. 50's pretty good.
That's a lot of spices.
That's a lot.
That's more than me.
That's a lot. It's a lot. And I didn't want to.
I mean, Lowry's counts as like 5 different things.
Okay, and that's only one. That's only one. Yeah. I'm doing well.
Well, I just have 10. I have 10 things of Lowry's.
It gets exponential.
That's all you need, though. Really, it's all you need. Green beans, anything, you know. So yeah, this is where that comes from. Is he got in my head? He still came to eat the meal and he loved it, but he was like,
"Oh,
okay,
thank you.
Whoa, that's a victory."
Also,
through the blessings of God.
Thank you.
That's not how I thought that story was going to go.
Either.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
So
I was nervous when you said soul food is a catch-all.
Yeah.
But then you turned it around.
Thank you so much. And it was like I really went in. You know, I did my greens. I made sure it had the smoked turkey. I did my mac. I did, my mac and cheese. I really went in. I didn't do no catfish, so I'm going to keep it cute. I'm not the girl that's going to, maybe that's like really when you know you can cook is you can like fry some catfish. So
Yeah, you got to be in a solid enough relationship that you can be kind of stinky afterwards and still, you know what I mean? Because catfish, everybody stink after you fry up some catfish.
Like we weren't there. I was still trying to just keep him happy so he just would stay.
Yeah.
You know, I knew we didn't have much longer, you know. And I knew he wanted somebody thicker. So I was just really trying to I was trying to just keep him happy, you know. But it's just it got in my head and then I really started thinking about it that the women that I know, maybe it's not just their arms, but the thicker girls that I know just really just throw down. And I looked at like all my swimmer friends, and I'm like, damn. Man, he might have been on to something.
These 4:30 practices really are affecting our cooking.
I can butterfly, but I can't make biscuits.
Man, it's giving like 35, 30, 35. My little waist friends can cook. I'm like, so I don't know if he was onto something, but then I'm like, I have heard this a lot that people are like, oh, if I'm at a cookout and the cook's arm don't look a certain way, I ain't eating shit. And I'm like, is this really a real thing, or can you learn how to cook, or it's a black thing that you're a cook or you're not a cook?
These are heavy
These
questions.
are heavy.
This is a lot.
Like, did I learn how to cook, or did I unlock something within myself?
Right. Is there like a secret fat arm inside of your soul? Like you were
your fat arm all along.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not a swimmer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I unlocked something, but I'm also very, analytical. I'm very logical. So once I figured out what to partner together, I understood that the seasonings were a family, and then I could really cook, And then I could just, I'm like, oh, this needs a little paprika. Oh, let me get a little apple cider vinegar cap because that needs a little tang. Then I'm like, did I unlock it or did I learn?
No, I mean, I don't even know what apple cider vinegar is. So,
So it's
there are light vinegars and there are dark vinegars. It's of the dark vinegar. It's the Hennessy of vinegars.
It's the Hennessy.
I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well then bring it out.
Yeah. So maybe I can cook if you didn't know what apple cider vinegar is. I mean, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, I got some rocks glasses at the house. I will say that this is interesting because I do have this thing where it's like pretty racist. But I definitely feel like inherently Black people can cook. Mm-hmm. Like, like in the wilderness, blind test, Black people can cook better than I just think that.
Okay.
I think white people are the worst at cooking because they were the furthest from the spices. Mm-hmm. Traditionally, right?
Yeah.
They had to fight all those wars for spices. Everybody else mastered spices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't discover spices as much as they just kind of took them from other people.
They stole them away.
Yeah.
You didn't start with that like manual, you know what I mean? Like you're getting secondhand interpretations of spices and shit.
But us, it's so ingrained. It's like, how everybody from the Midwest can kind of play basketball?
Yes.
It's like the same, it's the same kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair though. I feel like it's in us if we unlock it.
What I believe.
Yeah.
So Skye, if I'm hearing you correctly, you do recognize that there is a disparity between the thick-armed lady and the not thick-armed lady, but that the thin-armed lady does have the potential to find her thick-armed lady at heart.
Yes, I do believe but maybe this is just me being obsessed with like learning, that I feel like anything can be learned. Like, I think cooking is not something you got it or you don't. I think when you just cook and you cook blindly and you're like, okay, yeah, this needs a little teaspoon of this, and people who don't even use recipes, that's a skill. And I don't use recipes, so I might just think I'm crazy or I've unlocked it. But my thing is, I feel like if you really study, you can unlock it. I just think there's certain people who, the thicker girls were passing down the recipes and they just had that sauce to where if you have a skinny arm, you just got to work a little harder, but you don't have to lose hope.
I mean, first of all, if there's a thick girl recipe club, please email me at gmail.com.
Yeah, go ahead and CC me. Go ahead and CC me.
Yeah. We're going to need to get that going right now.
I wouldn't mind getting eyes on it as well. If everybody's going to take a look, I wouldn't mind taking a peek.
If it's like their version of the skulls, like a secret fraternal order.
I will say, and we have to go to a break, but I will say that this feels like, if I'm hearing you correctly, almost an inspiring story.
Yeah.
This can be a story of triumph.
Yes.
If you just believe in the skinny arms you have and not the rumors, the salacious rumors of yesteryear.
Yeah, this is a story about embracing yourself. I mean, we're really going to get into this. This is turning to the Oprah show, honestly. Like, I want to inspire those who struggle to put on weight in anywhere but their gut, because I'm that girl.
I like
Thank you so much.
This is complicated.
This is
powerful stuff. We're going to be back for another special episode of My Mama Told Me.
At the end of this episode, it's just gonna cut to me and Langston like, do you or someone you love struggle with seasoning dry ass chicken? Get out. Call the Fat Armed Cooking Squad.
Broad shoulders, big heart, you know?
Yeah. It's
fat
not
backs,
too late.
Delicious sauces.
Like, it's okay. It's okay. So yes, that is where I'm at right now. Thank you so much for summing that up so beautifully.
All right. Well, we'll be back with more Skye Townsend and more My Mama Told Me.
Would you say that you're racist?
Not at all. No.
Yeah.
Look at my dog. He's as black as can be.
We are back covering the big issues, really. The big armed issues today. We're trying to figure out whether or not women and men with skinny arms can cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if the males suffer, I'd say. Maybe that's the right word, from the same sort of like constraint.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna line up a bunch of people and ask whose food do I want, the skinny man is the last person I'm.
That's
really?
No offense to Anthony Bourdain. Skinny man is the last person. And I'm not talking about, I mean, I'm not, if I want like Duc Laurent or some shit like that, maybe I'll go to your skinny white man.
I don't like how you said that.
I said it French. Did you see my face?
Yeah, but it's like
French
you
face.
almost spit when you said it. I didn't like that.
That's how they talk over there. Listen, I've been to France a couple times. That's it. Je m'appelle David. Anyways, yeah, if I want some crazy shit, but if I want like meatloaf, I would never task a skinny man.
I'll say this. I think personally, I always trust the biggest man in the room, right?
Wow.
If I'm being honest. But then the second person I trust maybe the most is the skinniest man in the room.
Okay.
Because something you see them like them weird skinny dudes who like for some reason know how to just like do insane stuff with meat. And it's like maybe beating the shit out of a rib and somehow it just falls off a bone. So I don't know.
Give your meat a good old rub.
There it is.
Yeah, I do trust little guys in general, just because I'm like, you found some tricks to make it this far because you're so little.
But you know what it is also? It's like, I think back in the day, they would see like, oh, if that person's thin, they're underweight, they're underfed, right? And then the more we learn about body types and metabolism and whatever, we're like, she could be eating real good and just, she just don't hold on to it. So that's why I'm like, I think the more we learn about body types, these girls could be eating good. Like there's this white girl chef online. I don't know if you've seen her. And
No, I haven't seen her.
Okay. No, hear me out. She's like, oh, day 50 of cooking for my boyfriend. And she'll make the wildest meals. Like she has a fan base just off the shock factor, but she's throwing down. And I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think we just...
When you say the wildest meal...
I'm going to find the link. No. I know what you're thinking, and I won't tolerate it.
Because this is...
You've already changed my mind on one thing. No. I'm open to it all. Because I thought you were going to blow the soul food, and you killed it. So I'm in. Whatever you got to tell me.
I killed it.
So whatever you got to tell me, I'm in.
Yes.
I'm in.
There are a number of videos I've seen of like these white girls who like will mix weird... like they'll put like cream soup and then a hunk of meat and
so
then
much
like
cheese.
Cheese and a can of salsa.
Or they're always trying to cook some new shit and a new thing. You know what I mean? They're like, did you know you could bake salmon in the toaster? And you're like, you stupid
I'll kill
white
you,
bitch.
I'll fucking kill you.
You kissed your mother with that mouth?
I'll beat you in the head with that toaster. You
That's
ignorant
always what it is. That's always what it is.
No,
I poach eggs in the air fryer.
Hey, it does. Hold on, you can put an egg in the air fryer. You can.
Whoa, this is our. I'm back on the outs with you. We have a complicated relationship.
I know. I should have mentioned that. I shouldn't have said that.
Skye, tell us. So there is a person, a white chef that you, I guess, enjoy that apparently.
You see how he does that though?
Yeah.
You see how he does
that was nasty.
He says that you, I guess, enjoy. He tries to, but it's all tone with this guy.
I'm a journalist. I'm purely a journalist. That's always what I've been. But you're saying that this person does, in fact, throw down and does have skinny
She's
arms.
doing like smothered pork chops. She's doing, surf and turf for her man after work. She's doing soul food Sunday. And I was skeptical. I hear y'all, but I really I had to open up my mind and I'm looking at it. And even the people in the comments are like, well, damn, she did that. And I said, okay, it's not just me. So I'm telling you, I think it can be learned. I think it's like science, right? Cooking's like science. Once you go, ooh, you know what starts a good base? Lemon, olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic. Okay, I got a base now. You feel me? Like, it's a science.
I was never ineligible to play football because of my cooking, is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to make a casserole. I do not know how photosynthesis works.
Listen.
Yeah.
Maybe you should learn how photosynthesis works and a casserole, okay? This is what I'm saying.
I think both of those are achievable for the common man, I would hope.
One I've done, a bunch.
Okay. I think it's like, if once you think about it like that and that A plus B, and then you get to C, it's like, okay, like, it's just... You know what I mean? That was deep, right?
We have totally, I go off a feel.
Really?
I'm cooking off oh yeah. I could do it with my eyes. I just can I'm smelling it, I'm tasting it. It's like, I'm moving around. Yeah, it's mostly.
But don't you think
I'll take
it needs it needs a little tang. So I'm going to go to, it needs a little salt. So I'm going to go to, that doesn't feel like an artistic science to you?
It feels artistic to me. It does not feel like science.
Okay, that's fair.
Science to me feels like a Y equals MX plus B all over. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's fair.
All over 2A.
Well, for me, it's alchemy. Anyway, let's move on. I did some research, Skye, on your conspiracy theory. And obviously, when I first read this conspiracy theory, and I'm amazed it hasn't come up yet, but my first thought was the very popular meme that circled around of Big Mama, your arm.
Yes.
Do we all remember Big Mama, your arm? And
from Soul Food?
From Soul Food.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mama, the matriarch of the family. has diabetes and for some reason is losing feeling in her extremities and burns her arm on a stove. And the little boy says, "Big Mama, your arm," to alert her to her arm being literally on fire without her knowledge.
Yeah.
What happened to that kid?
He's big now. He's a grown man and
Big arms?
No, I think he's one of those that pretty much stayed the same size.
Yeah. Oh no! Is it like Nikki from Fresh Prince?
Yeah, it kind of has those vibes where it's just like, oh, you're just a man version of the boy you were, and we can't invest in that.
He got a tough beat as far as the face department goes.
Yeah, he was so cute as a kid, and then
it can't last. It can't last.
It's tough.
Like I'm telling you right now, if you have a butt ugly kid, kiss him because he will go well into the future. You don't want your babies to be too cute.
No, if they're sick, he was on like 6 sitcoms.
Wow.
Cute. You know what I mean? Like he was on a lot of fucking shit as the cute kid. And as soon as they were like, "Hey, this ain't working no more," it did not work. You know what I mean? Like they couldn't take it.
And what's he gonna say now? Hey, hey girl, I was Nikki on Fresh Prince. You remember when they did the jump on it dance?
And she'll be like, "The cute one," and spit. She'll spit after.
He got like dark circles around his eyes. This is tough. Anyways, I'm sorry.
So obviously that meme is one that's become very popular, and to the point that you've made, Skye, a lot of the associations for the meme are people essentially saying the exact same thing, that a thick arm is better for cooking. That like it's always the meme is like, "Big Mama, your arm" next to some delicious food because that motherfucker went in, and it's a thick lady that made it.
Yeah. I think the meme started the conversation, and then everybody just chimed in and was like, yeah, I ain't no skinny girl in the kitchen on the cookout. And I'm like, but what if she just has a fast metabolism?
So you're saying, and I like this, you're suggesting then that maybe it's not even a real heartfelt feeling that people are going with. They're just repeating some shit that one internet bozo turned into a popular thing.
Yeah, or they just never met a girl with a skinny arm that cooked, and that's fine. That's valid. Then it's like, okay, you know what? I get it. The woman who cooks in your family, she's thick, she got body, and you trust her, so she's who, you feel me? Like,
whoa. This feels like a different conversation. I'm going to be...
I will say, thick and having body does not make me trust her cooking. At least not the thick I'm thinking of. I think we're talking about the difference between sturdy and thick. Might be.
I think you're dropping new terms. I think we all know. I think we all know the kind of arms we're thinking of.
Oh God. Okay, guys. So
if the arms got that play over the, like if it's got like it's like a peak.
Yeah. So is it just the specific part of the arm that you trust, or does the whole arm matter? Or
I'm taking in the whole body, first of all.
Okay. That's fair.
If we're going to cook.
Okay.
I'm taking in the whole body.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He takes it in slowly. He's not trying to rush.
Yeah,
he's respectful.
No. We got all night.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, and I just think there's a level of like, I feel like we go at it a lot on this podcast, and I don't want to, but like if Jada Pinkett was like, "Hey, I'm gonna cook up some dinner," I would be like, quite respectfully, no.
Really?
You would refuse it.
I do not want Jada Pinkett dinner.
Damn.
She's gonna be like, "Here's some berries I foraged from the forest."
Yeah,
I drink coffee.
It's gonna be a silly dinner. I think we can agree. It's gonna be a silly goddamn dinner.
She's like, "Did you know squirrel meat is actually very good for you and high in protein?"
I will say that while I would not trust that this is going to be a satisfying dinner, I would not refuse it. And that is where I think I've taken issue with some of the responses is like, my nigga, it's still a dinner.
Okay.
And I'm going to take that dinner and then have a
That's
story
okay.
afterwards,
I
or
was
a
wild.
good
You're
meal.
Right. I am gonna.
I'm not refusing nothing from nobody. If you're gonna make me food, I'll eat it, baby girl, and I will make fun of you after, but I will eat it.
That's nice.
What if it's bad? I hate to quote the Sugar Hill Gang, but have you ever been over to a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good?
Yeah.
Can we pause for a second? You could just rap about anything back then.
Yeah, they had it so good. They had it so good.
Nice.
They had it so good. They had it so good. I mean, the macaroni soggy, the peas are mush. What are you talking about? You had a bad dinner last night?
I was staring at my end table and realized all my tissue was almost gone. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They didn't have to have any kind of double entendres or metaphors. They're just like, I gotta call a TV so I can see the next playing basketball. That's not even, it wasn't even the TV's like a blank, blank, blank.
Let me hit you with a little bit more of what I
yes.
found, and maybe some of this will help you to prove your point. The meme as it was originally posed, which I think almost has an air of quality similar to what you originally presented, is a little more positive in just celebration of big women rather than a besmirching of the skinny. That it's more, the original meme is basically suggestive of if you have a fat arm, I trust you, rather than if you have a skinny arm, I don't.
So he made it negative on me.
That's fair.
For no reason.
Yeah, he flipped
He
it.
weaponized it against you.
He gaslit you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad he played me now. You know, I really am. Like,
I didn't say that.
Wow, so
he pulled an old
negative.
3-card Monty on you, New York
that.
Jam.
That wasn't fair. That wasn't fair to you.
It was a positive moment of uplifting a woman that maybe I don't look like, but he had to flip it and
he could have been like, I see the fat arm inside of you.
Yeah.
Give me that good fat arm meal.
Wow.
And you could have felt all the positive feels entering into this. And instead you entered it with anxiety and distrust. And ultimately it's the reason relationship.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't my king. Yeah.
I'm going to say, you're better off without him.
Thank you so much. I feel that way. I really do. You know, I really do.
You want to be picking up Timberlands for the rest of your life? You know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I'm happy without him, you know?
Also, no shade to New York guys. I really don't want those problems.
You really don't.
I want to be at peace when I'm walking through mostly white neighborhoods in Brooklyn.
I'm going next week. I don't want to fucking answer.
Yeah, I dodged a bullet because to take something so positive, you know, and then make it an attack on me versus just being open-minded. You know, like, why couldn't you just pull up and be like, man, I don't know about this, but I'll try it. He had to get in my brain and then make me feel a little iffy about what I did, you know?
And do what the rest of it. And this is my issue with New Yorkers, and I do want to smoke New York. I want beef with every single one of you.
It's one of our top markets. We know them now. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck them. They're dead to me. Every New Yorker. But part of my issue is the rest of the country has learned that you have to stuff some feelings down. That some of these are just meant to be private thoughts that you don't say out loud, that you keep to yourself, and eventually it turns into some kind of sickness in your body, whatever. Yeah. But New York's like, no, I will say every thought out loud at any time that it's available. And it's like, bro, chill. Yeah. None of us would have trusted Skye at offering us a...
But come over and get this loving anyway. The fuck? Like?
Yeah. Maybe you'll get surprised.
Give her a second.
Right.
She's a little silly. She's skinny. She's a little silly. There's no way this is going to work out.
No,
in our favor.
She does the Googles, though. She does the Googles.
But maybe it does, and we got to figure that out together.
You. I appreciate that. And you shouting out all of New York, I would just like to say...
You're the man now, dog.
There we go. I would like to say, if the listeners, you said there's a lot from New York?
Yeah, there's a lot of New Yorkers.
Pretty much all of them.
Okay, I would like to say...
This is what we found out today.
Lovely. I'm not giving up on New York men. So I'm single, if you're from New York and you're listening. Preferably Jamaican. Open to Dominican.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, now I feel like
Whoa.
you're courting your own issues.
Yeah. You're asking for problems,
Listen,
big dog, but all right.
She said preferably Jamaican.
Preferably Jamaican.
Preferably a New
I think we all
York
know what
Jamaican.
she's saying there. I think we all know.
Yeah.
We're grown-ups.
All right.
We're grown-ups.
Yeah.
So I just, I had to.
I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze, but go crazy.
I just had to make it
Apparently
clear.
It's a long time squeezing, though.
Had to make it clear. I didn't give up. He didn't scare me.
No.
He didn't scare me.
She wants an original Don Dada.
Yes, sir. Yes,
She
sir.
wants the roughest, toughest, rude boy.
All of that. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh.
What you say?
Oh, my God. I'm waiting for him. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. So
I want to take this time to say I want zero smoke with Jamaicans now or any time in my life.
That I actually
come get it. But
well, that I actually agree with. Let's keep all the Caribbean
yeah, man.
hate.
Someone's gonna punch out my car window.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't need
Love
that.
Caribbean.
I will say that additionally, one of the things that I sort of stumbled across was this article written by this person who argues that this celebration of the fat-armed woman is in fact just connected to our tethering to like slave food and ultimately our own sort of like lowered status in America. That this is.
I hate that though. Don't act like slave food isn't delicious. You know what I mean? That's like a cornball. That's like a very elitist way to look at it.
Yeah.
I will say that the author is very clear about that. He does acknowledge like, yo, this is not in any way suggesting that it's not like better tasting, whatever. It's a good fucking meal. But he's like, when we sit around and basically like reduce ourselves to being like the big armed lady makes the best version of the food that nobody wanted, that is ultimately killing us.
Nigga, go home.
You're not here for it. You don't like it.
I fucking hate this guy.
Wow.
Shut up, bro.
Skye, where you at? How do you feel about this man's argument?
He made it heavy. He did. He made it heavy. And then anytime I think about my ancestors, I get sad. So I'm just going to be, I'm going to get sad. I think to have come up with food that tastes that good with limited resources, I'm like, Black people are magical. And that's all I could think about. But it's just that the think piece was a little heavy for me. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to hold you.
Sure.
Like,
also, what if French food is considered the top. All they eat is fucking cheese and butter over there and smoke cigarettes. And but there she gets to be gourmet. We're going to get me snails for $100 an ounce, but I can't enjoy chicken. Like, shut up, bro. Like, it's like there is such a thing as over intellectualizing these things. There is for sure. Yeah. There's for sure.
Okay.
First of all, I love your passion. Second of all,
how do you really feel?
Man, I like their food. I went over there. It was good food.
I will say that I do think that there is a tendency to sort of like suggest that soul food has like this lowered value because of obviously the fat content, whatever, like the frying, all of the things that make it not good for us. But they don't often address how many other types of food are really fucking bad for you. Like a Scotch egg is a fucking fried egg in meat. Yeah. Like it ain't.
Yeah,
it ain't good for you.
You eat bolognese every fucking meal. Yeah. Like what are you talking about? Yo? Like that's what I mean. It's like this thing. It's like I understand we're not wanting to ghettoize ourselves, but it's like you're doing that by putting the food below what is just food. And I like French food, but I am saying they're just over there. It's all milk, but like that's like peasant food, and it's still allowed to be considered top tier expensive food. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. It's still like it feels still very segregated.
I will also say that it does remind me though that part of the reason we celebrate like French food, Italian food is in part because their foods are not like cooked with like secret poisons and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I mean, they also feed ducks till they explode. That's not good either.
I'm not saying they're good people. I'm saying that literally their government isn't conspiring with Kellogg to make our shit more poisonous.
Right.
But
and
that's not soul food.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's the point, right? Is that maybe the real problem here is less the thick-armed chef or the food itself, and more the fucking institutions that make our foods more poisonous than they have to be.
Understandable.
Yeah.
That being said, big ladies, thick arms, make me a plate. I'm pulling up.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I will be saying my stand-up dates later. Come to the show with a plate. Just put some tinfoil on it. I'll get to it afterwards. Tell the door guy, put it in the green room. I didn't eat today, so I appreciate it.
One of the last things I'll point out to you, well, there are two more things I'll point out. One of the things that he says, and I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on this, is he also says that there's a dangerous sort of like manipulation in the way that we are represented as it relates to the fat arms, right? That like a lady with a fat arm is a great cook. We all celebrate her cooking, but when it comes to the actual like selling of the food and the eating of the food, we call in a skinny lady to make it attractive for an audience, right? That like it's Saweetie having a McDonald's meal versus like Irma P. Hall still with us. That's Big Mama. She could have a McDonald's meal. Why we don't let Irma get out there and
She's not a 25-year-old rapper.
Hey, I think I think his argument is he wants to see Irma P. Hall spit some bars and then get a sandwich. At
I don't know what you like.
You're furious.
David's
you hate this guy's guts.
Yeah, I'm fuming because I understand what he's making. I think it's thin. I think his whole premise is thin.
Damn.
I'm trying to like articulate it without just like yelling about French people again. I just like I understand what you're saying, but I don't think this is where the hill is to die on for that point. Because also like because initially when you brought this to us and I started thinking about it, I never even brought race. I mean, I thought about it because I think about black people first, but like across the board, I even thin women, white women, I don't want their food.
Sure.
Or it's just like, you know what I'm saying, though? This wasn't as much of a racial thing as I think he's making it out to be. It feels like a bit of a straw man.
I think he's using the correlation of the meme and sort of like the frequency at which this meme circulates in the black lexicon as his evidence of this being a black thing.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I've seen way. There's just, if we're talking about harmful memes to the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That Jordan crying meme didn't do a lot for emotional exploration for black men, you know?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I've cried since I've seen it.
No. It really
that's how they get you.
Gosh.
I've never been more certain that I should be stuffing this stuff down.
Oh, man. I thank God for disassociation.
Oh.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
You're not going to catch me weeping in public.
That's just where I'm at in my therapy journey.
Listen, I'm always torn because my dad is a sick comedian and my mom's a therapist. So my brain is always like, is it funny or is it healing? You know, I'm always like,
Mine doesn't know the difference between those two terms. So that's mine.
You know?
Psychosis.
God bless. I want to give you a hug.
This has been a real wild episode. This has been a real wild ride.
Yeah.
It has been a wild ride. I'll hit you with one more little piece of evidence. Okay. We'll chat about this briefly, and then we'll close this thing out. One of the other things that I wanted to look up was, where do fat arms come from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the dog?
You
what's
know
the source?
Come on, man.
Well, that's what I needed to know. I needed official evidence on where fat arms come from. And what I found, which I found to be interesting, was that they say scientifically it's actually much more genetic than it is just whether you're eating a certain way, diet, exercise type thing. That some women
so are lots of skills.
Yeah. And so I think in some ways it maybe is working against your argument, Skye, that like there are fat armed women, even when they are skinny, even when they are whatever the fuck, that maybe just have the source inside of them from the beginning.
Okay, no. I liked where you were going. I have to stop you right there.
Listen, this isn't my argument. I'm merely repeating back what I know.
I heard it all, and none of it is valid. Hear me out.
This episode is good because we're treading on all our insecurities.
No, hear me out. I totally hear what you're saying, but my thing is this. All the women in my family, right? Like we can't, everybody's like hoping that weight disperses a certain way on a woman's body, right? In my family, we can eat like queens and we're going to get guts. We're only going to get guts. We'll have toned legs and toned arms and a big belly. We're never going to gain in our arms or our legs. We'll have muscular ass legs and a big belly. That's just like how we gain. Yeah. So when people are like, man, she's just not eating enough. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I just can't disperse it there, but I'm eating good.
Yeah, it just doesn't go there like that.
Don't go there. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's what this is suggesting is that for some people, it is strictly going to go there. And so, in that way,
your lips to God's ears.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean they're a good cook. It could just be genetics.
Maybe they're just airbenders and we just got to accept that that's
But you're still leading to the talent being in there. You think that
I'm not leading anywhere. I haven't shown my hand once. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Why can't it be if she has big calves, she can cook? Like, ooh, you seen the calves on her? She could throw down. You know what I'm saying?
I would believe that as well. Like I said, I take in every part of the buffalo.
Yeah, and I always said I thought Big Mama's cooking got worse once they took that leg because she lost some of her powers. You know what
I mean? You're a bad guy.
I can't believe you use soul food in this way. I hope you hide when God strikes you down.
Like when Goku goes from Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan regular, you know what I mean? You're still powerful, but it ain't the same as 2, baby.
You lost a couple.
Man, I just think we got to reprogram this thing, man. I'm going to start saying if she has a wide waist, like me and the rest of my family, she can cook, okay? Yeah, she got a little broad shoulder and a wide waist. Oh, she can throw down. I got to just reprogram us to open our minds to different types of thickness. You know, what if you're thick in the waist? You know what I'm saying?
I like
this.
Listen,
my internet history will attest. I am open to all kinds of different thicknesses, and I will eat anyone's plate.
God bless you.
I think that I came in hot for the thick arms, but you have made me see that I was being prejudiced, and that's not okay. Once again, if you want to bring me a plate, bring it to my show, cover it in tin foil. Preferably the cardboard with the thick bottoms, so the grease doesn't soak through.
Wow.
Some type of a blue or red drink to wash it down. No,
listen, I couldn't agree more with everything that's being said here. I do think that this has been a very heartwarming, enlightening episode, and I hope that others are walking away feeling where their hatred was maybe sitting, that it shouldn't have been sitting, that maybe there's a little hate in your heart that needs to be left behind.
Yeah, be more open-minded. That's the key to life, right? Like, if you have big calves, you might make amazing salmon. I don't know. Like, be open-minded.
Samoan.
Yeah, like, you know.
All our PI people. Come on.
Okay.
Strong calves.
Yes.
Strong calves. Yeah. They cook pigs in the ground.
Period. Well, I don't know where they cook their pigs, but they cook some really good. I mean,
yeah, I might be confusing terms I saw on the internet.
It's okay. It's okay.
Skye, could you tell the people at home where they can find you and what cool shit you have going on?
Oh man, where can they find me? Well, I have social media, but I'm rarely ever on it. But they can find me at Skye Townsend I'm on a Black Lady sketch show right now, so they can find me there. And not in my DMs unless they're Jamaican and from New York.
Whoa.
Do you know what you're opening yourself up to?
You're going
Yes, I am.
crazy.
Yes, I am. Yeah. I need a round two. I need a round two. I am really down to experience this roller coaster again. It was a hard time in my life, but I'm down. I'm ready. I'm really ready.
Your DMs are about to explode with dudes who have motors on their bicycles.
Let's go.
You are bugging.
Let's go. Let's go. Take me all the way to Kingston, baby. Let's go.
This is crazy. I don't know if we can put this out. This is too hot.
I'm single. I'm ready to mingle, okay? Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. Bori, tell the people where they can find you.
Anywhere is the opposite of her DMs. No. If you are Jamaican from New York, do not slide. No. Now I'm all discombobulated. I don't know where I'm at. Just Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram. I post all the shows there. Watch Royal Crackers on HBO Max, and then hug your mom.
Love that.
Yeah, do all those things in that order.
Eat the skinny food. Eat that skinny lady's food. Eat that skinny plate.
Eat that skinny lady's food. She deserves it, and you do too. You can always find me at Langston Kerman on Instagram, and if you want to see me live, I'll be at the Mic Drop in San Diego on April 15th, and then April 28th and 29th, I'll be in Bloomington, Indiana at the Comedy Attic. Bring your ass out. And if you want to send us your own conspiracy theories, your own drops, if you just want to tell us how offensive our usage of fat and skinny were as terms, please send that all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. That's it. That's everything. Bye, bitch.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.